So this is where it sometimes it'll take a little more than that. So I think, live it's 5:09.
10:30, you'll be a little late, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said start the meeting in here.
Okay.
Thanks, Steph, for getting back to me. Ken is running a little behind, just so you know.
Yeah, I talked to him.
Okay, good.
We'll start the meeting and we'll be here a little bit.
Okay.
And then the new catcher slip on, is that what that is?
We're not sketchers, but sure.
All right, I call the meeting order at 6 p.m. Till Mr. Newman arrives. Take the roll.
Baker,
Here.
Schmidt,
Here.
Liebenau,
Here.
Olson,
Here.
All right, forums present. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, approve the minutes of December 27th, 2023, March 25th, 2024, and April 22nd, 2024 finance minutes. There a motion? Motion to approve. Motion by Liebenau. Second by Schmidt. Any discussion, corrections, additions?
Were these people here for all these meetings? Were we here?
At this point, Kim, it doesn't matter if you're here or not, because this is the council and staff.
All right. I'll say name.
We haven't taken the roll yet.
Right.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. Hold on a minute. We even have a forum, we only got 3 here. Four.
Mike.
Oh, that's right. All right. All right, so all in favor said aye, the motion carries, Mrs. Olson abstaining.
no, name,
Vote
not abstaining, you voted nay, right?
Correct.
nay. All right, got that in the minutes, Christine? All right, any citizen comments tonight? All right. Moving on, agenda item number 5, discuss items of discussion, possible action, discuss the possible action, new building permit fees. Rob, you're up.
I'm
Want to go up to the podium?
I guess I'm here basically because I was asked to be here. If you guys have any questions or anything on
All right,
permit fees,
because we haven't had the building fees updated in how long?
2015, I've been here since 2016 and I haven't done it, so.
Right.
And it's basically just to kind of add more items on there, so it makes it easier for people when they look at there. They can see, okay, like a generator, it's on there or whatever, they can figure the fees out
Okay,
themselves.
all right. Anybody got any questions? You got the recommendation when you're proposing for the fee?
Yeah.
And then one other question, we're gonna be probably updating all the fee schedules on, this fall.
Yep.
Do you see any adjustments then as well, or?
No, not at that time.
Okay,
I think we're good for now.
so we're just talking the building inspector fee.
Just the permit fees themselves.
Okay,
Is there a general increase, like a 5, 10, 15% increase, or was it?
It wasn't on a percentage, it was just kind of to get up to date with other communities. And we're just still behind, basically, but like, 18 cents per square foot, Village of Kewaskum is 35 cents per square foot, so
Hmm.
but the smaller communities are a little a little less. So
Alright.
I'm trying to get them all the same because I have multiple areas, so it's a little easier on my end also. Yeah, I've had them where they were 11 cents per square foot, which is way outdated.
Sure.
And the city gets a percentage of the permit fee.
Right, and right now, we're losing money on these fees, is that correct?
Well, like that's a whole nother subject, the occupancy permits, like we charge $20 for that, and then everybody on that sheet goes down and does an inspection or whatever. And, it doesn't even include their time in that, so the $20 is not covering anything. So that we're gonna get straightened out.
All right, we've already had a discussion about getting the occupancy
Right.
changed and updated. Now we're coming back to it at some point. All right, anybody else have any discussion? All right, is there a motion to approve? Motion to approve. Liebenall makes the motion,
I'll second.
second by the Baker. Any discussion? More discussion? All right, all in favor? Well, let's take the roll on this, because it's money.
Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Levino,
Aye.
and Olson.
I,
All right, motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, discuss the possible action, lifeguard pay scale at the tag center. All right, John.
Yeah, so the handout I gave you, I know just a minute ago, so you really haven't had a lot of time to look it over, but I will go through it with you. Went through and did it with Mike. Like Kurt said, we worked on this. So the very first page you guys have with the yellow, just showing where we're at. So one of the biggest issues we're seeing right now at the Take Center is our pool and lifeguarding it. I mean, this is the way it is. Every town, everywhere, no matter where you go. And if we don't become proactive with this, our pools can be pretty much shut down more than it's open. So, the first sheet you have in there with all the calendars with the yellows, that is the June calendar month. And the yellow ones are all the shifts that are not covered yet for the pool to be open. Michelle Kuhn is our aquatics director, our aquatics coordinator. She is the one to make sure that this is filled out. And she's pretty much pulling her hair out, trying to get these things filled out. The issue that we're having with the lifeguards out there right now is they're all really good lifeguards, they're really good kids. The pay doesn't compare to their second part-time job that they have right now. They like lifeguarding, but they are working other jobs where they're making more money. And the bad part is we lose a lifeguard, or a lifeguard wants to make more money somewhere else to get another lifeguard certified. Cause I know I'm in this middle of becoming certified myself right now. You're probably at least a month if you can find somebody to do it by the time they take the online course. The in-class course, then the water part of it, then do the shadowing, and all that. You're probably at least a month out if you find some people that are interested in doing it. I've been pretty lucky that came in, I really pushed it hard, and we ended up getting 4 high school kids. And then myself and my wife are taking the class right now, so we're gonna have 6 by the middle of June to add in. My wife is actually emergency only on weekends and stuff like that in case they need somebody, so they don't have to shut the pool down. I'll fill in wherever needed. But that puts us at, at 4 more. Sad part is the end of August, we're gonna lose a whole bunch going to college.
Do we know where we are budgetarily speaking on the lifeguards up to date or no?
Per the, coming down and meeting with Stephanie today, to sat down with her, looking at the budget there. Money wise, we're sitting good money wise where we're at. But
Just for, I'm not talking about the total, but I'm talking just like,
lifeguards, yeah, that portion of the budget, yep.
okay.
Yeah.
We could probably absorb this cost.
Well, I got all the numbers in here and that's, I can tell you a couple. So one of the objects one of the things we came up with the park board, that we discussed with this as another option, if we could ever get this thing where it's fully staffed again, which I don't even know in this day and age, if that's even a possible, I guess a possible goal anymore of these swimming pools. But if we can get it where it's totally staffed, we can actually break down and do different types of memberships down there. There's a lot of people that won't come down and work out in the fitness center, really have no interest in doing it, but they bring their families down on weekends, and you could do a nice membership just as a swimming one, so, and, swim lessons are a nice fun, nice revenue source down there. Last year, they didn't even have swim lessons because of lack of lifeguards. So they've been able to do it this year. Houstonburg is actually called, last year, they were always in Orcon, they wanted to do swim lessons in Mayville. Last year, they brought 15 kids over to the rec department. This year, they're coming over doing it, and they have 50 that are coming over to do it just through them. And then we have our regular Mayville swim lessons in July. So, a bunch of the times that you're seeing in there yellow are the swim lessons. So we have to somehow find a way that we entice these, well, a couple of things, we get to entice the kids to make this their primary job. They pretty much have us over a barrel, because if you put pressure on them, you have to work, into this, gonna leave and go somewhere else, and here we're sitting now with trying to get some other people, if they wanna get in and get them up and get them certified. So the actual certification process is 10 hours online. 12 to 15 hours classroom, and then in the water yet to do it. That's just to get certified. And I know I'm going through it, and I'm an old guy.
John, isn't there any kind of way that we could get like retired people?
Well, that's the next step that we're gonna go out there. We have a couple out there that are doing it right now. So it's hard to reach out to get anybody, because you tell people that they do have to swim. They have to swim, they have to pick brick up off the bottom, they have to tread water. That scared me.
It doesn't scare me, but
Yeah.
somebody had told me that there was an issue that they have to be on the payroll, and I'm like, well, why?
What do you mean by on the payroll?
Like, instead of, let's say, if I wanted to do it.
Yep.
And I want to volunteer 2 hours a week, just hypothetically. I was told, no, you cannot just donate your time.
You have to be a certified lifeguard.
Well, yeah,
Okay, that
but
one, yeah.
once you are, why
Oh, yeah.
can't you donate
Oh,
or
absolutely.
volunteer?
Yeah, absolutely. If you go in there, so, in the open swim, we're required that, that's kind of getting into you're going into your question there, is we also need, to fill a full open swim with a slide attendant. Doesn't have to be a lifeguard, has to be 16 years old. They said at the top, a little less pay. But there we have some people that are interested, that's a non-lifeguard position.
Right, but I think what she's getting at is if you donate your time to the tag center, there are some laws that you have to compensate for your time. Now, if you take that money and give it back to the city or whatever, that's on you. I think there's gonna have to be some kind of compensation.
And the issue with that is some people who are,
For liability purposes alone, because what happens if something happens where you fall and hit your head? And if you're not classified as an employee, then you're not covered.
And the other thing too, is just in case something happens in there, meaning that unfortunately, I mean, the worst case scenario, something happens to a child or something happens in there. And there's an injury or something bad to somebody else, and they come back after you or come back
Right.
and do that. You wanna be employed by the city, so you have a little backing underneath their insurance.
The legality.
Cause if you're volunteering, you're pretty much on your own time. You're not underneath your own insurance.
but how does that work then if, for anything, anybody volunteers for anything in the city?
Well, when we have outside organizations that volunteer their time, they're covered under that organization. But they're not actually providing a service, so to speak. Where you would be providing a service as a volunteer lifeguard, that your service is your lifeguard.
And you're really not, if you look at the rules, if we give you and say, okay, you're coming to volunteer, but this is what you have to do, this is what you're required to do. You're required, so now you're almost considered an outside service coming in, because we're telling you what to do and how to do it and what you have to do to be in it, so, or to do that service that you're providing. There is some stuff, I looked it up, like one of them was Dan, Spittle, because he volunteers a lot of time down there. And the rules and all that for, in the Parks Department, he volunteers a lot of time. So, I mean, that's great, and honestly, and then, we can look into it more, we look into it, but volunteering for something like this would be, I mean, holy cow, that'd be amazing to get somebody to come in and volunteer.
All right, so we have this up to date.
Okay, so I'll just go through, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track here, just yakking like I always do. So the next page next to it is a current pay scale, that's where they're all at. The grade one, just the lifeguard, 1425 for early morning. The early morning is 4:45. They have to be there in the morning until 7. That's your early morning swim. You have some real diehards there. Let me tell you, they want that pool open. And then also supervisor or swim instructor does a 1425. Grade 3 is our aquatics coordinator. She's $20 an hour. And then the grade 4 is just the aquatic instructor, all the classes, silver sneaker classes, everything like that. They get it for $31.95 per class. So that's where they're at now. The pay that looking at doing is, so right now, if you actually look at, we kind of broke it down there, but if you actually look at the sheet of the way that it's broke down now, there is a pile of different pay scales, different things that they, how they pay everybody out for every little thing. We're trying to break it down into these grades. The proposed pay scale is $15 an hour. If you do early morning, just like the other way, it's $1.25 more. If you become a supervisor, you do early morning, you're a swim lesson instructor, you do all that, you make $17 an hour. That's up to 17, and then the aquatic thing would be up $1. Nothing changes with that title, that person, that's just one person always. That is not gonna be many, that's just the same one person. And then the grade 4 just for $32 up a nickel for the class. So that's the proposed amount.
Well, let me ask you something, because on that one page it says supervisor opening $17 an hour and $53 a week.
Okay, so that's the proposed new rate. So with the 53 hours a week, what we're figuring, so if you look at how the hours change on supervisors and hourly, so if the new proposed rate we have, well, let me go back to the old proposed rate, every time that there's an open swim and there's multiple people there, there's one supervisor that's on. There may be 3 people that are trained to be supervisors, but one supervisor's on. And that's it. The other ones just kind of fall back and they fall back underneath the lifeguard range. With the new one, if they fit into all those categories where they do swim lessons or swim lesson instructor, a supervisor, they open morning, they fit into everything, they're considered a grade 2, then they will get that $17 an hour if they're in the place all the time. So when they're working, they're gonna make that $17 an hour because they have the training, because they have it, and a supervisor does have a lot on them when they're there.
But I'm looking at so is that one person in 53 or is that broken down to different people?
That's all of it. That's the week, that's 53 hours per week. The wages for a 1 week payroll, that is, we broke that sheet here is right now for the summer, June, July, and August, the hours it's gonna take right now to run per week.
Okay.
The old rate compared to the new rate is what it is. So the very top is the current rate, how it's running right now, the new proposed rate, and then at the very bottom, it's a breakdown of what the old one will be compared to the new rate. And the difference would end up being, if we can fill everything up and run it like it's supposed to be, is a difference of $289.75
Okay. But you know,
per week.
there's a couple of things. First of all, if someone's working more than 24 hours a week,
Yeah.
they're eligible for WRS.
Yep.
And if they're putting in over 30.
Now, can't they though, that's an average for a rolling calendar year, because in summer, there's some that put in a few more hours, and then in winter, I believe that's a rolling calendar year, and then in winter, then it all goes way down. I mean, during the week, then they work at nights, they work in the mornings, and then they have a few hours. Then this amount that we have on the sheet here is for June, July, and August. You wouldn't think that there's as many hours, but there's actually more hours now than, yeah.
Right.
And then once you get to end of, after Labor Day, it goes down to, the kids can work their morning and the evening shift, and then weekends, they have open swim Saturday, Sunday, which is 3 hours each. So their hours do go down quite a bit.
All right, anybody else got any questions? I mean, I don't think what you're saying is unreasonable, but
You know, the communities around are been doing this already, they've been trying to, they're still hurting getting lifeguards in Milwaukee, half staff.
all right, so is there a motion? Is there a motion on the floor? For approval?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by the Baker. Any more discussion? Please take the roll.
Mr. Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt, Levino,
Aye.
Newman,
Aye.
and Olson.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. I'll hand the gavel back to Mr. Newman here, item number 3 under the tag center.
We're gonna discuss with possible action replacing boilers at the tag center.
So the boilers, give you a little bit of, kind of what's happening. They've been down, one of them was down for a while. There's 3 boilers at the, excuse me, at the tank center. The boilers are in charge of heating the building and heating the pool, heating the water, in the pool down there. And heating the building is obviously the most important part. There's 3 of them down there, 2 of them are down right now. The prices that were given, so this is kind of a little bit of a dire situation because of the time frame it is to get the units in, to get them installed and to get going on them. If something doesn't happen soon, they may not be in by the end of summer. Prices that they've gotten so far, so we've been out there, Scott Holmberger, I helped him try to get a couple more people and to get more quotes from people that we've worked with on that stuff, and they come out, looked at it, we cannot get us another quote. This Holiday Honnold, they're the ones that come in and do the preventive maintenance and all the stuff out there. They know the equipment. They're the ones that do all the work on it. They're really good. But we can't even get a second bid even to take a look at them. We tried, Scott called them again today. Don't know what the reason is why we can't get a second one. And these are reputable companies around here that we do other stuff with in the city, but they just have not given us another quote yet for this project here. So the project itself, the heat exchangers are out in the units. The heat exchangers to replace them are $25,000 on each of the 2 at each. So they're $25,000 each, or to replace the whole unit is $35,000 each. Obviously, the heat exchange on them, or the heat exchanger on them is the majority of the whole unit, but you still have.
That come with a warranty, you know?
That I would have to find out from Scott. I don't know what type of warranty I would venture to say, but it's just a guess by gosh.
If we're gonna spend $35,000, I think you want some kind of warranty.
Yep.
Not to mention, if we're gonna approve this, I would approve it up to a certain dollar amount, so you could still try to
And
get.
that's 35,000 per unit. Yeah, there's 2 units down. Right now, if we got into a cold stretch, I mean, we'd be hurting out there for heat out there. We're lucky we're just at the time of year that we're in right now. So.
Who's David in reference to this letter?
David.
The one sent to our attention to Scott Holmberger.
I don't see where you're seeing it. Right here, Kim.
Right there, David.
Oh, David, I was gonna say, David is the tech that was out there that worked on them and took them apart. He had them ripped apart and they're sitting ripped apart right now. Yeah, that's a tech that was out there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't see that part out there.
They don't have that answer.
So this is the only company, correct?
Yeah, so I know that we've got something, we've got a bid for right now, quote for right now. And they're the ones that have been the company behind, like I said, maintenance of them, everything like that, the preventive maintenance, everything like that.
Okay, have they been, for how many years have they been doing that out there?
A lot of years, a lot of years. I don't know the exact number, but a lot of years out there. They're a very, very good company. Scott has a good relationship with them.
Good, but when did Newman Pools come in? I know sometime in the past
But
they,
that wasn't for that would not have been for any of this mechanical stuff, whether that was for the actual pool and the pool mechanicals of that part, yeah.
all right, thanks.
Well, this is one council. Well, this is
Mhm.
one council.
I can get that information for you.
And right now they're giving to get if it was ordered, like right now, we called them, got a hold of them in 6 to 8 weeks. Best case scenario to get them in and then to get them installed after that. So we're running on 1 boiler right now.
Mr. President. Hey, I guess we could approve this tonight and then, have it, because it's going back to council, by then we should have a funding source for where I get the funding from. But there's some tank center money that's, a different institution that we could maybe tap into to get some of this funding. For 70,000.
I brought that up because I was going to.
Right.
So we're gonna do I would like a motion, at least do not exceed, like you said.
Right, do not exceed X amount of dollars. This is going back to council. By the time it gets to council in 2 weeks, we should have the funding source figured out.
Thank you. Anything else, Kim? Any more discussion on it?
Is there a recommendation on whether we should replace the whole thing for the 35 or Just replace.
David or the guy that came out there, he told us that the heat exchanger on it is the, 75% of the unit, but all the controllers, all the, boiler talking hot, cold, everything around it, is still, 15 years old, 20 years old. So those two might even be the original ones in the building from 21 years ago. I know the one that's running now was replaced already. So Scott feels good about that, at least if that's a newer one that's out there. So,
Well, it does seem odd, John, that both of them broke at the same time.
they didn't. No, one of them was broke a while back, and now another one went out after that. They did not both go out at the same time.
Right.
This should have been brought up.
I get a
A
test
while
for that.
back.
I remember that.
Yeah, they should have been brought up a long time ago. Unfortunately, it was okay because we had two of them running yet, and it can run on two. They're constantly cycling between two of them. And now there's a second one. That's why it became a lot more, I guess more of an emergency right now.
Okay,
Yeah, so we're gonna come up with an amount not to exceed a certain amount. And there isn't anybody else to do this, so usually we get another bid.
Yeah, absolutely. We tried.
Um,
And we will continue to try if you want. I mean, it's up until the council, you guys have to let us know. We'll continue to try.
and what did you say about the warranty again?
we're gonna look into it.
And I will email all you that, or I'll have Scott reach out to everybody, let them know what type of warranty comes with the new
Okay.
unit. I would think the warranty would be much better on a new unit than putting a heat exchanger in the other one.
Okay,
I would think, I just said, just,
all right,
but
Is that a motion, Jim?
sure, yes. I'll make that motion.
How do you wanna word it?
I don't know, should we just table it until
No,
the other information is brought in, or?
well, it's going back, it's going to council, so I would make this, that we approve up to $72,000, not to exceed $72,000 for two, boilers at the tank center,
Okay.
and with the funding source to be determined at council.
All right. That's what we'll do.
Okay,
So that's your motion?
That's my motion.
Make a motion, do not exceed $72,000 for the two boilers as replacement boilers at the tech center and funds to be determined
At council.
at council. That's one first. Anyone for a second motion?
I'll second that.
Leave it on with a second. Take the roll.
So is this to replace?
Both of them, yes. Yes, sir.
Both.
Yeah,
Instead of just doing the heat exchange then. I mean, it's $7,000.
That's the only way you're gonna get it, if we should.
Then
guarantee
everything's
there's
new.
Warranty or whatever, we can replace it.
right.
Okay, where are we at?
DeBaker,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Stevenow,
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Aye.
Item 3, on item 4, discuss with, excuse me, discuss with possible action replacing compressor on the air conditioning unit at the tech center.
all right, more good news. So yeah, got the air conditioning units fired up and, the one that controls or cools the administration part, the 3 community rooms, the, locker rooms, that big compressor in there went out. So each unit has 2 compressors, a small compressor, a large compressor. So it's running on a small compressor. Luckily, we're in 60-degree weather right now, or that part of the building would be, probably a few degrees underneath what the rest of what the outside weather would be like. This one, like I said, even as urgent as the other one is very urgent. So this would be a full replacement. And this one just went down early last week. So this is very new. This is the full replacement for the large compressor on the unit. Same company
Yes.
as the other one, that Holiday Connell, the
Okay,
How much was that?
That's 10.
$10,683.
We try to get other quotes for this.
This one happened last week and we've not gotten any other quotes on that one yet. Nothing else. Just brought it up because we're talking about today. We'll continue to try getting quotes on this one also. The hard part is that both of these, when they weren't working, called in the normal guys that do all the, the preventive maintenance on it, they came in and ripped them apart. So they're sitting half apart, and then you call somebody else in, and, the first question that the other companies had was, who ripped these apart, so. Do they know that this is just a bidding process? Do they know that, that it's, I don't know why they're not, but they're, all these units are ripped apart right now, and that's how these other companies are coming and looking at them.
How old is that one that went out?
I would have to find out from Scott, but I'm figuring what he talked is probably original one in the building, and it's original unit itself, the whole. AC unit or the whole unit itself, but as far as internal parts and all that,
I thought that was put in when we did the new addition.
well, then I'll have to find out. Like I said, he told me it was old, and,
Because it takes care of the rooms, right?
yeah, down there, yep.
And that's all brand new. Or it was not brand new, 2017, 18, whatever.
Okay, well, I'll find out from Scott, and I'll let you know, exactly what, the year and all that.
And they're saying roughly about 10 grand.
Yeah, it's, it gave you the sheet there, it's a breakdown of the whole thing. It's 10,610.83.
Well, I would say, do the same thing, prove up to $11,000 with you trying to get some more bids yet.
Yeah. We'll definitely stay on top of that.
Have a funding source. That help.
Yeah, I'd like to see a couple more bids.
Yeah, definitely, always. We try, it's hard to get multiple bids in some of these jobs, it really is.
And find out about the warranty.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah,
Thank
warranty
you.
very important, yeah.
And not to mention if it's already halfway apart, and if I was gonna bid on it, and I say, well, I ain't bidding on it, you got it halfway apart.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, it's it's a replacement. It's not like you're asking somebody to fix it.
yeah, and this one is, it doesn't look as bad, when they're coming in, these other companies are coming in on the boilers, those boilers are apart, I mean, they're sitting there in pieces to get down to the, heat exchanger, this isn't as bad. It's just a compressor sitting out, taken out with a big compressor. So, but we'll absolutely continue, I guess you want to say hounding on them to get us a bid.
Another thing too, if, to get it, for them to do both these jobs, I wonder if they would give us a little bit of a discount.
I think I can figure that out. They're a very good company. But so are the other ones that we priced out, or called to get bids on, they're all good companies.
Where are they at?
Down by Milwaukee,
Oh, here it is. Sheboygan?
well, the guy that comes up here, that must be where their office
Okay.
is, but the,
All right.
Doesn't hurt to ask, I guess.
Pardon?
Doesn't hurt to ask, I guess.
No,
Anyone with a motion at all? To move it forward.
let's move it forward. Let's get the information needed. I'll make that motion. Find out about the warranty, discount for doing both jobs. Let's see. Anybody else got something to add what I just said?
Not to exceed 11,000,
What's that?
not to exceed 11,000.
11,000?
yeah, 'cause it's 10.6 right now as it sits there.
Not to exceed. I think that was
And then funding.
Funding
Sure.
source,
new funding. Okay. There.
I'll second that.
Second by DeBaker. Thank you. Roll.
Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
Mormon.
Aye.
Olson.
Sorry if I can't answer some of these questions 100%. I've only been out there a week where I'm really digging into this stuff there, working with Scott and everything. I wish I could
I
give
get
you
that.
firm answers, and I will as I'm out there longer. I hate not knowing about everything 100%.
Yeah,
We're doing fine, John.
you are.
What are you doing? You're breaking stuff.
I don't, but I wish I could answer everything 100%.
Appreciate the hard work.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for listening.
thanks. Number 5, discuss with possible action eliminating 2021 through 2023 fire inspection service fees.
Well, I'll bring this up, so back in 2021, 2 and 3, we usually collect fire inspection fees for fire inspection services. And, for some reason, they stopped billing for them service, so. It's hard to go back as a business customer and say, we want you to pay for 3 years worth of inspections when A, they might not even be in business anymore, and B, you know, it's not their fault. So, you know, my suggestion would be that we eliminate fire inspection fees and then going in 2024, going forward, we make sure we fill out the service fees for fire inspection.
How much are we talking?
About 8 to 10, about 6 to 8,000 I've seen the last couple of years is, each year. About,
Do you know?
budget about 10,000 for a
All
year.
right. Do you know? I know back in the day we were going through that service in Beaver Dam. Do you recall that?
We don't go through that service, we go through another service, but yes. That's what happens, so we have an independent fire inspection service that comes and does a fire inspection, and they bill the city. And then we pay,
Okay.
and so that's what happened, so we as a city, you know, didn't bill out for them either.
Well,
So
let mess around here, what do you do?
we eliminate, the fee.
We're gonna have to.
to.
I'll make that motion to eliminate the fees 2021 through 2023, and then moving forward, we will from now on.
Right,
I'll second that. All in favor, should we say aye? All in favor?
Or is it money?
I think it's just 2022 and 2023. I think 2021 was charged.
I just cover your butt, I'd say, let's just
Okay,
do 21,
sure.
23.
There,
All right. I take the roll.
Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Lehman,
Aye.
Newman,
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Number 6. Anyone for adjournment?
So.
Second.
First by Bonnie, second by the Baker.
6:36.
All right. Adjourned, 6:36.
That's it.
Oh, we got other,
No. No, there's a couple.
next is, public safety, I guess, for approving the minutes.
City of Mayville Public Safety meeting in the whole, call to order. Roll call.
Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Lehman,
Aye.
Newman,
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Number 2, approval of the minutes, approval of December 27th, 2023, March 25th, 2024, and April 22nd, 2024, Public Safety Committee meeting minutes.
I move to accept the minutes.
Motion on the floor first, the Baker, second, Michael.
Yep.
And take a roll.
Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Lehman,
Aye.
Newman,
Aye.
Olson.
Yay.
Minutes are approved. Citizen comments. Citizens' comments are kept a maximum of 5 minutes per speaker unless the chairperson allows an extension for time. Each citizen is to make comments at the podium after stating name and address. Each citizen may comment only one time for public hearing or meeting. No citizens' comments. Discuss with possible action, there's nothing on. And number 5, anyone for that?
Move. Second.
Schmidt, the Baker for adjournment. We're adjourned at 6:37. City of Mayville Public Works meeting of the whole Tuesday, May 28th, 2024. Call to order and roll call.
DeBaker,
Here.
Schmidt,
Here.
Levenow,
Here.
Olson,
Here,
Newman.
Here. Number 2, approval of the minutes, approval of December 27th, 2023, March 25th, 2024, and April 22nd, 2024, Public Works Committee meeting minutes.
So moved.
I'll second that.
First by Mr. Smith, second by Baker. Take the roll.
Baker.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Levenow,
Aye.
Newman,
Aye.
Olson.
nay,
Carried. Citizens' comments, no citizens' comments. Number 4, items of discussion, possible action, there are none. And number 5,
So moved.
Second.
first by Schmidt, second by Levenow. We are now adjourned at 6:38.
No.
What's that?
No.
Like to call the order, roll call, City of Mayville Personnel Committee, meeting of the whole. Tuesday, May 28th, 2024, called to order and roll call.
DeBaker.
Here.
Schmidt,
Here.
Levenow,
Here.
Newman,
Here.
Olson.
here,
Number 2, approval of the minutes, approval of December 27th, 2023, March 25th, 2024, and April 22nd, 2024, personnel committee meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second. Michael Schmidt. First. Levenow second. Take the roll.
DeBaker.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Levenow,
Aye.
Newman,
Aye.
Olson.
nay,
Citizens' comments? None. Number 4, discuss with possible action. Nothing in discussion. And number 5,
So moved.
Schmidt and Levenow. We are adjourned at 6:40.